Hello friends, welcome to another reel by Bharat Raghu. Here I'm sitting at the beautiful Mape beach in Udupi. It's one of the more cleaner beaches in Udupi and it's very colorful. You can see camels. This is the morning, so people have come out for jogging, walking and also having a bath in the sea. And you have a tour which goes to St. Mary's Island from here. So this is the Mape beach in Udupi and much cleaner and yes, very calm in the morning. So from here we'll talk about, let's talk about how India can become a developed nation by 2047, which would be 100 years of our independence. So how India can focus on becoming a developed nation. What are the 4-5 things which need to be done for India to become a developed nation? Let's focus on that. So firstly, I would say the most important thing is, as both the the government as well as the opposition has been again and again reiterating production. So production has to be carried out in India. There has to be a lot of production happening. The Make in India is a good initiative, but there has to be a lot of emphasis on actually producing in India. So it has to, a lot of manufacturing activity has to happen in India. For that, I would say there is a two-pronged strategy. It's not just, so one leg would be definitely the capitalist production, the capitalist system, the current capitalist system, which the big players and the small players come together, they invest and they start producing, major things out of India instead of importing from other countries. So make it make it cheaper, and also have proper labor policies which helps both the labor as well as the capitalists. So have a friendly policy and start having an emphasis for the capitalists to produce from India. That is one. But the other thing I would say is there's also need for socialist production. And what is that? The socialist planned production which happened in India out of the public sectors in the 1950s, 60s, that's where the emphasis was. So that has to come back. The government has to start focusing on reviving and rejuvenating all the major public sectors which are doing well. BHEL, HAL, there are a lot of others, BEML and SAIL. So these are the ones, and also the other ones. So there has to be more focus on the public sector. So the public sector should be given more independent autonomy so that they can have better ways to see how they can revive their business, revive the public, make it profitable, and at the same time so the public sectors should create huge number of jobs. So that's a very important factor. There has to be a focus on heavy public investment in terms of the public sectors, make more dams, make more better, a lot of the BEML is one of our big public sectors which can really revive, which is being used, for example, in Vande Bharat. So it has to be used in the heavy train production, the fast rail production, so these kind of things are very important. And after socialist production and capitalist production, the next point I would like to say is the railways. India has to invest in the high-speed rails. India has to compete with China, which is doing now, but India has to take it up at a faster pace. So even if we see in China, these high-speed rails, the maglevs, they run to even the smallest parts of the country. So they are connecting the big cities to the small towns, and that's what is needed, and that will also create a lot of jobs. The investment in high-speed railways, in modernizing the railways, that's one. And also there has to be a lot of investment on the roads, which is happening now, but the roadways of India has to become like America or any other advanced country. So India has to invest in roads, railways, which is going on, and of course, but what I would say, a direction which currently probably is not going on, is the investment in socialist production of public sectors. Make more public sectors if needed, and that creates n number of jobs, that creates huge jobs which will actually take care of the social welfare as well. We don't need to invest a lot in social welfare policies to have the schism between the haves and the have-nots. One way of doing that is by programs like even Manrega, investing heavy in Manrega. So what Manrega does, which was a great policy by the UPA government, it gives 100 days employment at the rural side for works to be done on the rural, which is not like handing freebies, but it's a employment scheme. So we should be having a rural employment scheme. Similarly, like Manrega, we could, if the UPA comes, I'm pretty sure that is one of the roadmaps, that there has to be an investment in an urban employment guarantee scheme, which is again not just giving out jobs, but there are a lot of urban government works which need to be done, right? And they can get employment there, and they can get minimum so many days of employment, so that reduces joblessness a lot. So these kind of schemes. And then I would of course say one of the more important things apart from these is communal harmony. The last 10 years what's happening is not, I wouldn't say it's a good direction at all. India is a great country. It has a great civilization. And in this great civilization, as our leaders have put it, whether it's Bose, Nehru, Gandhiji, all these stalwarts, that India as a civilization is for all of us. And all of us are part of this civilization. As a very famous quote, I think Rahat Induri, that kisi ka, basically that everyone's blood is there in this soil. That's what Rahat Induri says, right? So kisi ke baap ka Hindustan nahi hai. It's not anyone's proprietary. So every community, every religion's blood has been is in this land, to build this land. So any kind of bills, any kind of controversial bills which creates the schism in the society is not good for a 2047 developed India. So with this, I would like to conclude the 4-5 points: capitalist production, manufacturing, socialist production, heavy railways, public sectors, as I said, roads, and of course creating a very peaceful environment for all communities to live and thrive in this beautiful, cosmopolitan, multicultural, religious, highly secular country which our forefathers had envisioned. Thanks for watching. Bharat Raghu signing off from Udupi, Malpe Beach.